Ah. Ow. That hurt. All right, let's see how this stuff fits. Honestly, I should, lay it out, let it settle, but, we're just doing a little test fit. That's all we plan on doing today. Okay. This is more than likely going to be the front section. I'm more or less curious to see how it fits with the transmission tunnel than anything else, if you know what I mean. Oh, what's going on? Like the blue ghost. So, done some modifications to the transmission tunnel, and I want to make sure the carpet's going to fit. Because if not, now's the time to get it situated and taken care of. Seeing stuff on the ground over there reminds me I got stuff I got to send back out. You know what I mean? So, how's everyone doing today? So, what I'm going to do here in a couple of days, if anyone watching is kind of wanting to follow along and know what's going on. So, this car, 63 Chevy, Biscayne, Impala, all the same, essentially. Some differences, but a lot of parts interchange. This car is headed to SEMA. So what I want to do is I got a lot of people ask me, what's it cost to build a car like this to this level? You can build it cheap. You can pay someone to do it all. I'm going to go through that. I'm going to break down where I sit at financially on this car. I think it might make a good video. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Let's find the floor piece. There it is. So this plate here goes over, the hole would go in the floor um, for the stick shift. You know, please stop doing what? If you stop, you never get nothing done. So, how off is this carpet? Is the question I want to know. A wiring nightmare, wiring mess. It's going to be an absolute thrill to go through. Really need to sit here and kind of straighten it all out. You know what I mean? Be anything you want. If you could be an engineer, though, man, at least get some practical work experience. Problem is, they teach engineers only to do what the books tell them anymore, and half them guys, they don't know what they're doing because they've never worked on anything or built anything. Probably gonna have to get an iron out. Stuff's pretty stiff. I mean, in reality, they kind of tell you, before you install this stuff, you should lay it out in the sun. Ah, that's cool. My daughters come out here and work with me all the time. I think every girl should know how to work on a car because it stops you from getting taken advantage of at a repair shop. Okay, let's see. I like Hummers too. I think. think this is the right way it's gonna have to go in. So this car is, like I said earlier, this car is going to SEMA. And I want to do a cost breakdown on this car, on what it actually takes to build a vehicle to this caliber. I think it'd be a good video, personally. Definitely gonna have to get a steamer out here or an iron out here to get this taken care of. Hey, keep at it then. If you're out in the garage, keep at it. That's cool. I know I enjoyed every minute of my kids getting out in the garage and working with me. I really did. Definitely gonna need some trimming. So the interior is gonna be black and that color brown. Sorry, let me pull this phone off here. And it's honestly pretty cool that your dad takes you out in the garage with her. It really is. So that's gonna be the color carpet. We're gonna have that color highlights in the interior with brown, all leather. Uh, that stuff's actually in the process of getting done, but I'm putting a 4-speed shift plate in it. It's right here, and I wanted to make sure that it would cover the carpet correctly. You know what I mean? Yeah, actually, my daughters do get out here quite often with me. Um, the oldest one and the middle one. I mean, sorry, youngest not so much. My middle one, she's always out here. Anytime her car needs to be fixed, she fixes it. And it's funny. She goes to the parts stores and she schools the guy at the parts stores. You know, she makes them guys look like fools up there, and I think it's funny. 'Cause she knows more than the guys that work there, but that doesn't really say much because the guys at the parts stores don't know anything anymore. But when she shows up at a mechanic shop, because it's something that I don't have the equipment to do or the time, it's a pretty heavy repair that honestly just time gets in the way. Uh, or like even repairs that I do, like, we do suspension work, so you got to take it out and get it aligned. She's gone to the alignment shops, and them guys try to pull that same game that they try to pull on every girl that walks into every shop across the United States. Well, most of the shops, not every shop. There's a bunch of honest people out there. There really is. And they try to get her to spend all this extra money, telling her this needs that and this needs that. She's like, no, it doesn't. I just put it on. Can't need it. We just put it on. I don't know. I see two people. Um, Somebody else is watching, but they're just sitting back in the shadows. On stalker mode, I guess. I don't know. But Some people don't like to talk. So where's the overlap? So this is actually going to lap on top because it's got the seam like that on it. So this will go on top. It won't go underneath. 11 people in here now. And a lot of people make that mistake. They'll lap the back over the top when it's really not supposed to go over the top. Just like that. Now it sits into the pockets a little bit better. I still don't like the way it sits back here, but that's where a steam gun and an iron and a little bit of heat comes into play. You heat the back a little bit, you press it, you remold it to the floor. Might need to slide back just a little bit. And what you'll see is you'll see the jute padding underneath, and it'll kind of tell you where it wants to set. And looking at it, there's a very good possibility that I have this backwards. And I'm getting ready to actually flip it to test that theory, which is exactly what I'm going to end up doing. Hey, Mama Jane, what's up? How you doing tonight? So, Jane, I want to ask you a question. Thinking about doing a video on what it would take to reproduce this car, so to say. Um, can a guy build a car to this caliber on a budget? You know I've been building on a budget, but what is real to most people and what is real to me? A lot of people ask, what does it cost to build a car that's going to the shows that it's going to? I'm thinking about doing a video answering that question. Obviously, and anybody watching this, things I will not cover are like certain things that I farmed out work wise because my business dealing with said business as far as custom work or something like that goes doesn't need to be, that's somebody else's money, not my money. And I'm not going to advertise what somebody else made, you know. But I will tell you what came out of my pocket. I think it'd be a good idea. Show people that it really can be built on a budget. Oh, also, the prosthetic leg videos, those start next week. We're going to start doing the building and the design work. I know you've been waiting on that one. It actually sits to the floor a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go right there. I think I had it in backwards. Get closer. Yeah, I will definitely send you a text message to let you know when I'm going to start doing that. Uh, I will be going live at around 6. I hate doing things around Randy's time and Daryl's time. I really do. But I got to be able to get my videos in whenever I have the opportunity. So I will be going live tomorrow around 6. Chuck's going to be over here. We're going to be discussing what's left to do on the car. We're going to come up with a list. We're going to break it down 1 to 200 or however you think it is, many it is. I don't know. We're going to break down everything that needs to be done, what it's going to take to get it done, what kind of time frame we have to get it done. I think we're going to talk about some of the deadlines that I have to meet as far as my obligations for November. So, this was my cost. But if you go to bigger budget, yeah, so I was going to break it down like if you were to buy the parts now, that's the prices I'm going to talk about. The the discounts and stuff like that I worked in with some of these sponsorships and stuff like that, they don't need to know that amount. Um, I will gladly inform somebody on how to get, how I want about getting some sponsorships and stuff like that. I have no problem telling people what I did, but they don't need to know my out of pocket on that. I will tell you that, you know, this company charges this. They helped me out. They supplied me with a discount. In return, I gave them an install video, stuff like that, you know. But I won't tell you the price that I actually paid for it. I will tell you different ways that I was able to save big money and how I shop for this stuff, not just Facebook Marketplace. Um, my whole planning process, and I really, to me, if you're going to build something to this level, planning is key. You need to know what you're doing from the start. Um, because if you don't plan, the only thing you're going to end up doing is buying parts multiple times. I learned the hard way on that. I bought things and then changed my mind because I didn't have a set plan. You're going to change your mind along the way, but you know, uh, but the thing is if you guys do get sponsors, yeah, it's good to know how to get them. But if you tell somebody you're going to do something, you got to do it. Don't take the part and let it sit in the corner. Don't take the part, put it on your cart, and not fulfill your obligation because all you're doing is hurting other people out there. Why is that company going to help other people out if people just keep taking advantage of them for free stuff? And honestly, I don't get free stuff. I put money out. I don't mind putting money out. I just want a discount. Oh, so my argument to that last comment, Jane, is I kept taking it apart just to make sure my my work was proper. Um, Ain't no way in any shape or form that I mess up. There's no way I miscalculated head gaskets. There's no way I dropped something down the intake and it landed on the pistons. I took the intake off 15 different times because I wanted practice. Uh, stuff like that. GV, what's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? How's Grandma doing tonight? Oh, I know you're giving me grief. It's what you're good for. Well, I appreciate it. Tell the family we said hello. Test fitting carpet. That's what I'm doing tonight. I wanted to make sure the the floor pan modifications that I ordered the correct carpet for the modifications we did to the floor plan. Pan. Let me rephrase that. Let me go around the car here. Take the tour. I do got paint repairs I got to do, unfortunately. That's my bad. I messed that one up. But I don't think it's too bad. Oh, over at Hughes? Well, that's what happens when you marry one. They tend to bring the whole family with them. Now, how far up is this carpet supposed to go? Can't go much further than that. Smells like new carpet in there. I think it might go up a lot further than that, to be honest with you. There's a dip in the floor right there. All right, let's line those up. Ow! My knee! Good thing I raised this thing up. Ow! That's that's my concern right there. I'm gonna have to have old Chuck bring his heat gun over. Maybe she sits out for a little bit and heats up tomorrow. It'll settle in here a little bit better. Definitely fitting better to the form. Jane, did I send you the concept drawing I did of the interior or the concept art I did? It's pretty cool. It exactly like pure muscle. Yeah, I'll have to send you a. You'll really like what I'm doing with the interior. Proper mix between muscle and beauty. And I'm not just talking about me. Motor, body, stunning blue, eye-searing blue paint. Right now the B&B is currently being taken up by the sorry, the chair and signs and whatnot. I got my rocking chair in there. Gotta have furniture, right? So, did you guys see the headliner? Yeah, leftovers from the show. Did you guys see the headliner? Ugh. I know you saw it last time I was on. See? Furniture. Headliner pieces. Guys, this guy did a really good job. I mean, he really did. Oh, sorry. I mean, that thing is straight. There's not a wrinkle in it. We got all the door moldings on, the window moldings, they're all in. Of course, they got to come right back out. But yeah, dome light goes there. That's why she's a little bumpy. But yeah, not a wrinkle in it anywhere. Perfectly stretched. The guy's an artist. 'Cause these things are not easy to put in. Where are you from? What country? With a name like that, it almost sounds like you're from Cuba. Yeah, my my buddy's redoing a Fairlane right now. 64 Fairlane. No, it's a Falcon. Close enough. Maybe a Fairlane. Oh, I can't remember. I had a '67 Fairlane convertible when I was growing up. One of the very few Fords I owned. Right? Jen, you know what they call rust in Ohio? I got a new term for it. You know what a mechanic calls rust in Ohio? Very specific term. It's called Ohio Loctite. I thought it was funny. I am missing a plastic bag that's got some trim pieces in it. Hey, we got chickens. Want to see the chickens? Say hello, little guys. Is your heat lamp not turned on? Yeah, you must have it unplugged. Ah, Cuba. Yep, I knew it. Lots of classic cars and that spelling of that name. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's a half a dozen eggs or six chicken wings. That's a lunch. I mean, that's about the size of the chicken wings that they serve at the bars around here anymore. They don't sell some jumbo ones no more. Do you know what's cool about the cars in Cuba? This is what I like about the cars in Cuba. They will take an engine out of anything. They don't care. Because the parts are so hard to get. These guys reline brake pads. There's guys that will sit there and melt glass and form windshields. They'll take a diesel out of a like an Isuzu NPR or something like that, or a Mercedes cab over delivery truck, and drop it in. They make anything run down there on whatever they have. They tie a couple lawnmower engines together just to get it running and down the road. I will say I love it. I love the way they go about it. They just do what they need to do and they get done what they need to get done. That's $12 then. Oh no, that's $24. Yeah, I see old Daryl was having an issue there. Copyright striking him for no music. Come on. Yeah, they don't get the parts. No, they don't. They had that embargo or what I think it was like an embargo or something they had, but yeah, the Cubans could not get parts for their classic cars. Uh, I've seen them guys on shows and stuff like that. I mean, they repurpose everything. It is absolutely amazing. Um, if I ever had the money, I'd just go down there just to film the stuff, just to document it and see how it's all really done. Like it blew my mind watching a guy with an aluminum form. Was it aluminum or it was steel or something like that? But he took molten glass and just made a new windshield. I mean, it was so freaking cool. Yeah, well, yeah, they finally lifted all that stuff. Um, the yeah, we definitely drooled down there. I can tell you that much. Do got to repaint the valve covers though. Fuel lines got to get run. Collector pipes got to get made. Hose clamps got to get made. Yeah, I'm making the hose clamps. Well, not making them. I'm having them engraved. Um, that'll be cool. My little special touches. You're gonna have to look for them. So repaint. Well, oh, so the valve covers were done really quickly. I'm gonna stay with the same theme. Okay. The valve covers were done last minute, night before the show. Uh, hurry up, get some paint on them, get some clear on them, just so they look better than what they looked like at that point in time. I don't know if it can really be seen, but right here, and it's not so much this one as it is this one. So when I had flame etched all of these, you can see the lines right through there. You can see the flame lines. I wasn't able to sand this back flat. So the valve covers are all etched still. And when you paint over them and you don't fill them, you don't sand them down correctly and everything else, all that stuff shows back up. So I got to redo it. Jonathan, what's up, man? Hey, I tried to get in that live yesterday, but I don't know if you know, but you must have had it set to private or something. Or maybe you know, and you were just using the platform to get some family time in. But if you're wondering why you didn't have many people in there, that could be the reason why. I know I've seen you live and I was all excited. I'm like, oh, he's live. Cool. Set the carpet in. Okay, so that wasn't something that was intentional. Yeah, I wanted you to know that if it was unintentional, you had your setting wrong when you initially set up your live feed, and that's why you weren't getting much traction. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on here. I love these gauges in this car. Hmm. How can I do this and keep this going? Oh, I know. Just let me get the thing. Yes, it is a V8. It is a V out. The car's is 1963. The motor's out of a 2007 Chevy three-quarter ton truck. So it is a V8. Is what they consider an LS swap. All all modern fuel injection, modern drivetrain, in an old school wrapper. That's what we got. In the States, it's what they call a pro touring build because of the air ride suspension, the big brakes, the modern engine. Car is built for performance and to be driven, and driven she will be. What's our view like? Have that on the trim now. I'm really thinking about staying with this gauge setup, but they are supposed to be designing a new one for this car. That's a they call it digital analog. It's got the sweep gauges. But currently it is 69 degrees in the shop right now. I don't know if I can bring you down even more. Hold on. I'll show you what's going on. Let's see if I can set you inside the car. Ah, come on. Yeah, up there. Hold on, guys. Let's get you the driver's seat view. View from the business end. There you go, Jane. This is the closest you're ever going to get to driving my car. So enjoy it. I can make car noises for you too if you want. So I don't know how well you can see the gauges. I can try to blow it up a little bit. Whoa, that's too close. Bring you down here. Is it better now? Yeah, I guess you can kind of see them. There you go. It's a cool setup. I think it may grab one or two. Or how about a little old lady doing burnouts and donuts and everything else? That ought to grab a lot. Watching you cut loose. Uh, I'm trying to talk him into doing an Alpha series for you there, Pug. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, I think I'm maybe about an hour in. It's 9 o'clock. I've been up since about 3:30 this 3 o'clock this morning, to be honest with you. I think it might be time to get ready to start going home. Clean the garage up. I have no idea what this is for, but it came in the carpet kit. Maybe the directions will tell me what it is. Well, let's see. I am so upset about the deck lid on this car. Like, I am really, really upset. Remove new product from the box. Lay flat and pop contours back into place. I did. A few hours for product to relax in proper shape. New product may have excess material on the edge. In some applications, it may be necessary to use old carpet as a template for console cutouts. Fold new carpet in half, front to rear, place in vehicle, lining up molded contour to seat risers or any other identifiable starting point on the driver's passenger side. Once fitted, continue installation. Most people don't read instructions. I do. I'll show you in a minute what's wrong with the deck lid. It's not good. Continue same procedure for reading installation. Most product. Okay, so it's got sound deadener. I gotta get sound deadener. It's just got some jute backing right now. I'm not buying new. I'll have to have some custom floor mats made. Let's see. I would say let me get something soft to wipe the deck lid off with, but it doesn't matter. I already talked to Daryl about it. We're coming up with a game plan. And I'll explain what happened. Here we go. Ready for the carnage? Ready for the carnage? Do you see it? See all the scratches? Look at these ones. They extend into here. These are the bad ones. Right there. See the orbital marks? There's more right there. Ah! Yeah, right. The man himself shows up as I was showing my mistake. Wow, talk about timing. Oh, man, look at that. You guys didn't even warn me. So what happened, Daryl? I can feel it with my fingertips. And besides, like I said, when I was trying to correct, can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Yeah. So if you can hear me, let me know, and I'll go on. Okay, good. So this is what happened, Daryl, and I finally figured out what it was. I guarantee you, this is what it was. So when I was getting ready to buff the car for to get a couple little scuff marks that were on it, I forgot one important step. This car had been uh I had the polish on it and I'd put like a glaze on it or just kind of protect it while I was sitting in the garage. But what happened, I did not use wax and grease remover before I started the buff. A little bit of that got underneath the buffing pad and caused the orbital marks. I started off with a real light paper, trying to sand down, sand down, sand down, and I got a lot of it out. But some of it obviously was deep enough to where it wouldn't come. What I showed you there, I can still kind of feel with my fingertip, and I didn't want to go any further. So, worst case scenario, deck lid's got to come off, and I got to bring it back to Daryl to fix my mistake. Um, what did we learn from that? Don't forget the wax and grease remover. Guarantee you that's what happens. The only thing I can think that happened. I would have liked to been in the Cuba one when been in Cuba when they were recording the Fast and the Furious. I bet that was kind of neat. So, how does my theory sound, Daryl? Does that seem logical? Yeah. So the guy that's on here now that's talking to me, Metal Art Customs, LLC. He's got a YouTube channel. Type in Metal Art Customs. This guy does some beautiful work. He actually did the body work on this car, all the rust repair, the roof replacement, hood fabrication. The guy's metal fabricating skills are second to none. His painting skills are right up there too. But he'll tell you he's not a paint guy. He's a metal guy. Um, yeah. See, Gerald, that's where I messed up. Like I said, and I've always said on my thing, guys. I'm not afraid to admit my wrongs. I messed up, but it costs. It's going to cost me. It's going to cost me money. Daryl's a good buddy of mine, but his time ain't free. You know, it'd be nice if it was. Just saying. But you ain't got a business to run. What are you talking about? You don't do this for a living. You're always giving away free time. But yeah, so like I said, I guarantee you that's what the issue was. I learned. Here's all the stainless. Getting ready to put that on. But I want to wait before I put that on because I want to make sure that we don't have to do any more. So none of the trim is going to go on for at least a month. And then after that point, yeah, we'll once I get the car over to Daryl for him to inspect it. It sucks because I do got to trailer it. I do got to load it up. I got to drive it 200 miles to his shop. But one thing I know, the work will be done right and it'll be done correctly. And he's not going to tell me something needs to be done that doesn't need to be done. I can trust that. You know, stuff happens. Black paint does it easy. If it was any other color, you probably wouldn't even see it. That's why the car's not running. Lunch, Daryl. That's what that is. Oh, right. Well, he did a good job, man. I mean, you really can stand back and read through it. I mean, you can see your reflection in it right now. It's sick. And there's a lot of metallic in it. And the thing is the lights in this garage, it looks pretty, but it does it no justice. The amount of pearl that is in this car and just that real small fine metal flake, it does some really tricky stuff. And you can see my shirt clear as day. Anywho's, uh, garage plans. What's going on with everything else though? Garage plans got approved. Well, on the zoning did. I got to turn the garage plans in tomorrow. Hopefully by the end of June we got a new shop. It is, Jane. You're right. Outside, it's a different animal. And Metal Art Customs actually has a video of shortly, like a couple of days after it was painted, where he pulled it outside for it to catch a little bit of sun and heat. And from what I understand, people were stabbing on their brakes as they were passing by. You can leave the hammer at home. You can bring the cookies. Definitely do that. You know what? They couldn't get enough of the orange wheels. Everybody loved the orange wheels. That color orange. I thought they were cool. I don't know why everybody hated them so much. I thought they were a nice touch. Nobody could just grasp the concept that I put wheels on a car so we could move it around the shop so they weren't hitting the brakes. No one could. Jonathan sitting back in the quiet, he heard cookies. Mama's up visiting the kiddos and left Jonathan at home with no snacks. That's what happened. Yeah, all except for the ones that I had on it. God, you got to admit, those things, those look cool. These ones were kind of hideous. we're gonna wrap it up for the night. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. We've been on here 66 minutes. The 66 best minutes of your day. I'm glad you spent them with me. Just remember, stay greasy, everybody. Take it easy.